Today I'm going to introduce you IGCSE Physics Syllabus 0625. This syllabus is for 2026 to 2028. You can see the code of the syllabus is 0625. Remember, this code is for Cambridge International GCSE or Cambridge IGCSE. So you must know that what is the exact code of the subject, because the other assessment bodies like Pearson Edexcel and the Oxford AQA, they are also offering IGCSE and GCSE, so they have their own certain codes. Being a student of Cambridge IGCSE, you must know that what is the exact course, so according to that you are preparing yourself. First of all, we see that in this syllabus what contents you have to cover. You can see over here our contents overview. We have 6 units here. The first unit is the motion, force and energy. Then we have thermal physics. Then we have waves, electricity and magnetism, nuclear physics, space physics. IGCSE basically it's 2 years program. And 2 years program in most of the schools, it is divided into year 10 and year 11. The general practices of the teachers are that they are covering motion, forces and energy, thermal physics, waves and electricity. This portion they are covering in year 10. Then in year 11, they are covering the remaining part of the syllabus, which is the magnetism, nuclear physics and space physics. Under each unit, then we have the different subtopics, and each subtopic has its own learning outcomes. Then we will see later. But at least you know at this stage that there are 6 units which you have to cover in the whole syllabus of IGCSE, and you will be assessed on these 6 units. Let's have a look on the assessment of the IGCSE Physics syllabus. We have 2 categories here. One is the core and the other one is the extended. First of all, I would like to tell you the difference between the core assessment and the extended assessment. You can see over here, when we talk about the core subject, core contents means that basic contents will be covered. I will show you from the syllabus as well that what are the core contents and what are the extended or supplement contents. Okay, and then you have paper 1 and paper 3 if you're writing the core assessments there. Then the maximum grade which you can get in IGCSE if you're writing the core assessment, that will be C, any highest grade, and the lowest grade, that will be G. Look here. In IGCSE Physics syllabus, we have total 6 assessments: paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, paper 4, paper 5, and paper 6. Let me introduce you these papers. Paper 1 is multiple choice MCQs. Paper 2, it is also MCQs. Paper 3, it is a theory paper. Structured questions are there, so it is theory here. Paper 4, also theory paper. Paper 5, it is practical assessment. While paper 6, it is ATP, alternative to practical assessment. Okay. When we talk about the core assessment over here, you can see in core assessment you have to appear for paper 1, it is for core. Then you have to appear for paper 3, it is also for core, as it is written over here, paper 1 and paper 3 you have to appear. Then after that you have to appear one of the exam paper, either paper 5 or paper 6, and after paper 1 and paper 3, plus you have to appear either for paper 5 or paper 6. It means as a student of the core assessment, you have three exams. Paper 1, which will be multiple choice. Paper 3, that will be the structured paper, theory paper will be there. Then the third exam will be either paper 5 or paper 6. If you have paper 5, then in that case, you will be assessed on the practical activities. In the physics laboratory, you will perform the practical, and your all performance, your graphs, whatever the data you will collect, whatever the graphs you will plot, that will be dispatched to the Cambridge, and it will be externally assessed by the Cambridge University. I will introduce you more about the paper 5 and paper 6 in another session. Paper 6 is the alternative to practical. You don't perform practical, but you have to give the alternate theory of the practical. What are the procedures, how you have to perform, how you have to set the operators, how you have to collect the data. So all the skills you have to show in the theory paper, that's the paper 6. So in simple, we can say that for as a course student, you have paper 1, paper 3, and most of the schools, they are adopting paper 6. So 1, 3, and 6 you will write, and only the basic contents will be assessed, and the maximum, the highest grade which you can achieve, that is C. There is no chance to get B, A, or A star if you are writing the core assessment. Now you can have a look on the extended assessment. In extended one, what you have to do, you have to appear for paper 2. Paper 2 is the extended, right? Paper 2 extended. Okay, we use another color just to make sure that we are talking about the extended one. Paper 2 is extended here, right? I make the double tick here. It's extended. Then paper 4 is also extended. Then same like core students, you have to choose one of the paper, either paper 5 or paper 6. This is common for core and the extended students. It means if you are writing the extended assessment, you have to appear for paper 2 multiple choice. Then you have to appear for paper 4 theory structured questions. Then you have to choose either paper 5 or paper 6. But as I told you that most of the schools, they are adopting paper 6. So it means P2, P4, P6. You have to write when you're writing the extended examination. But the good thing is, if you're writing the P2, P4, and P6, then in that case, the maximum grade, the highest grade which you can achieve, that is the A star. And the lowest grade, that's G. So I think at least you got the idea that what is the core and what is extended. If in short words, I will say, when you are writing the core exam, you are appearing for paper 1, paper 3, paper 6. When you are writing extended, you are appearing for paper 2, paper 4, and paper 6. Okay. Now we see a little bit more about these assessments. If you have a look here, assessment overview, as I did mention on the previous slide, that as a core candidate, you are writing paper 1, you are writing paper 3, then 5 or 6, and C to G grades you can achieve. Extended candidates, they will appear for paper 2, they will appear for paper 4, and 5 or 6, one of the paper. So 3 assessments for the core students, same 3 assessments will be for the extended candidates as well. But extended candidates, you can see, as I told you before, they can achieve maximum A star and the lowest grade G. Now, the weightage of the assessment. Either you are appearing for paper 1 or paper 2, means multiple choice, either extended or core. 30% of the assessment is multiple choice, the weightage. Then 50% is the theory, and then 20% of the practical work. Either you are choosing paper 5 or paper 6, but it's a 20% of the total assessment, weightage of the assessment. Okay, if you have the next one, look here, you can see that these are our assessment objectives. Means our all learning outcomes, whatever have been designed in the syllabus, they are based upon these assessment objectives. What does it mean? We have 3 assessment objectives here. Number 1, knowledge with understanding. Means, for example, you have the knowledge of some contents, but you have the knowledge, you can interpret the knowledge as well. You can explain it to someone. You can uh, inform to someone that what exact concept is there. So knowledge with understanding, that is 50% of the assessment. Means when the examiner is setting the question, examiner wants to assess you people that either just to have the knowledge of the contents or you have the knowledge with understanding. So that's 50%. Then the second assessment objective, AO means assessment objective. The second assessment objective is handling information and problem solving. This is 30%. What does it mean? You will be given some data, you have to use some formula, and you have to come up some answer. Or you will be given some graph, and the data will be there in the graph. You have to fetch the data from the graph, and you have to apply in some equations and formulas, and you have to come up to the final answer. So that's the handling information and problem solving. That's the 30% of the assessment. And the third one, our third assessment objective is experimental skills and investigations. This is 20%. Experimental skills means you should know that how you have to set the apparatus, what data you have to collect, and how you have to use that data. How can you interpret the data in form of equations or the graphs, and how you have to conclude that one. Means complete experimental planning, that comes under assessment objective 3. That's the 20%. And I would like to mention here that this assessment objective 3, most of the questions, and mostly will be assessed in paper 5 or paper 6. As I mentioned that schools are adopting paper 6, so of course you will be assessed in paper 6 for the assessment objective 3. I would like to mention one thing here. Cambridge examiners, they have mentioned very clearly in their documents that although if you are adopting paper 6 alternative to practical examination, even then it is recommended very strongly and highly that you must perform all the experimental activities in the laboratory which has been designed and introduced in the syllabus. So it doesn't mean that when you are taking alternative to practical paper 6, so it doesn't mean that you don't have to perform. No, for the learning purpose, still you have to perform the experiment, you have to learn the things, and then after that you will appear for paper 6. And of course you'll be in the better position, when you are writing the paper 6 exam alternative to practical, if you have performed something yourself, so you'll be more confident. Okay, now if you have a look here, our practical requirement, you can see here, as I told you that either core or extended, you have to appear for paper 5 because it's a common exam, paper 5 and paper 6. Okay, paper 5 is a practical test. I told you before, it is 1 hour 15 minutes are there and 40 marks are there. And paper 6 is the alternative to practical. It is 1 hour 40 1 hour exam is there, and it's for 40 marks. And as I said before, that this paper 5 and paper 6, basically examiner is assessing you people on the assessment objective 3, which is experimental skills and investigations. Okay, now including planning, data collection, analysis, and evaluation. So all this come in paper 5 or paper 6. If we have a look on the next slide. Okay, before I discuss the last slide with you people, and I ask something that what you have learned from this session, I would like to introduce you the actual document of the syllabus, that what syllabus is. Just have a look here. This is our Cambridge IGCSE syllabus. You can see here, this is a syllabus, Cambridge IGCSE 0625, published by the Cambridge, and this syllabus is for 2026, 2027, and 2028. Means for the May June 2026 will be assessed on this. Okay, now what is in this syllabus? See, different details are there, that why you're going to choose the Cambridge. Of course, whenever you get some time, you can download this syllabus, and it is available on the Cambridge website. It is a free resource. 0625 is the code. You can download it and you can go through the syllabus. But I would like to show you few important points here, which they mentioned in the syllabus. See, these are the 6 units which I mentioned before, that motion, force and energy, thermal physics, waves, electricity and magnetism, nuclear physics and space physics. These are the 6 units which we have to cover. And as I said before, that these are the assessments which you have to write. You can see it is mentioned very clearly. See, paper 1 core, then paper 3 core, right? Then this one practical assessment, either paper 5 or paper 6. One of the exam you have to write when you are appearing as a core student. But if you are appearing as an extended student, then this one is paper 2 for you, paper 4 for you, and again one of the component you have to choose from here, either paper 5 or paper 6, and the weightage is also mentioned here. Okay, now if you go ahead, these assessment objectives I discussed with you already. I gave you the general idea that knowledge with understanding, handling information, problem solving, and experimental skills investigation. But if you want to dig in detail, so you can open the syllabus and you can have a look on the further details of these assessment objectives here. Okay, we move on. The subject contents. Look, you can see the first unit, there's a motion, forces and energy. This one, this is the motion, forces and energy, that's the first unit. Under this unit we have the different topics. You can see physical quantities and measurement techniques. We have this one, this is 1.1, and you can see it is very clear. They have written that these are the core contents which student has to cover, and if you are writing the extended assessment, then of course this supplement also you have to cover as well. So you need to cover these learning outcomes as well. In most of the schools, the general practice is that teachers, they are covering core and extended both. And at the end of the year 11, when students, they are writing the examination, so they are well prepared for both of them. But if at the time of assessment any student decides to write the core exam, then he has to prepare only the core contents here. You can see, I scroll down, you can see even for the motion you have the 2 areas of the contents learning outcomes. You can see this is for the left side, the left column, that is giving us the core contents, and the right column that is giving us the extended or the supplement contents here. You can see second topic, that is 1.2, that's the motion. Then we have mass and weight, then the intensity, and then forces. So likewise we are going ahead, and even each topic, for example, if you can see effects of the forces, uh, you know uh, categorically they have made it, and they made sure, in Cambridge they have made sure that it is in a certain sequence, so easily student is constructing the knowledge and understanding. Okay, I think you got the idea about the core, you got the idea about the extended, you got idea about the contents as well. I have shown you the syllabus as well. So if, for example, quickly, if I summarize whatever I told you quickly, if I would like to summarize for you people, so I can say here, I'm writing on one side. Quickly, I can say that you have, for core students, they are writing paper 1, paper 3, paper 5 or paper 6, but mostly paper 6. Likewise, this is the core, and the highest grade, that is C, and the lowest grade, that is G. Code for the subject is 0625, and for the extended one, if we see, I told you that we have paper 2, we have paper 4, and likewise we have paper 5 or we have paper 6. But in core contents, the highest grade which you can achieve, that is the A star, and then you have the lowest grade, that is G. And these are the assessments. Okay, at the end of the session, I would like to ask from you people that if you got the complete idea of the syllabus, that what exact syllabus is there, so then it is your turn. Please assess yourself, either You can answer this question. First question is, what is the code of the Cambridge IGCSE Physics syllabus? Second, how many total units are there to cover the complete syllabus? Third, how many assessments are there when you're appearing for the extended examination? And what is the maximum grade which you can achieve in extended examination and core examination? Before I end up the session, I would like to mention one thing, that few schools, they have this policy as well, that in year 10, they are in year 10, yani, because I told you that this is 2 years program, year 10 and year 11. So few schools, they have this policy that in year 10, they are covering complete core contents of IGCSE physics syllabus, and then in year 11 they are covering complete contents of supplement. It's a good idea, it's not a bad idea, because when students, they are doing the extended contents in year 11, so of course they get opportunity to have a look on the core contents of that particular topic, and then it gives them the better chance to do the preparation of the final examination. Even if any student wants to appear for the core examination by the end of year 10, so yes, student can appear as well. Just to assess the knowledge, student will appear for paper 1, paper 3, paper 6. If student wants to appear at the end of the year 10, and then in year 11, after completing the extended or the supplement contents, student can appear for the full-fledged IGCSE extended syllabus. But few schools, they have the other policy. They are covering core and extended parallel at the same time for each topic. Half of the syllabus in year 10, the remaining takriban half means in year 10, and the other half of the syllabus they are completing in year 11. So now it is your turn. If you have understood the concept and you got the complete idea of the syllabus, so you have to answer this question in the comment section. If there is any question, you can put up there as well. So we'll do our best to answer your questions.